Hello everyone, my name is Isaac Stanley. I'm an Allstate agent in Boardman, Ohio, and I also have an office in Cuyahoga Falls. I've had office just about a year and a half now, going on 2 years come June. So Trisha reached out to me the other day and said, hey, can you come down to Columbus and speak about how do I get people on board my team, and then how do I train them, and what I do with them, and what I look for in LSPs. So I told Trisha that unfortunately I can't be there because I am in Cabo right now. And hello, it's nice and hot down here, so hope you guys are enjoying the weather in Ohio. So I told Trisha I'd make a video and let her play it for everybody. So I'm going to start with where do I look for people? I look for people pretty much anywhere. I ask my LSPs, hey, do you have any friends? Do you have anything? Most of the time that's a no, and that's okay. But where I do look as well, and where I get most of my people from, is Indeed. Okay, Indeed they kill it for me. I pay them $100 a month, maximum, nothing more, nothing less, and they just let people flow through my lead system. When I say lead system, people looking for jobs, obviously. I honestly can't even tell you. I probably get 50 a month. I'm not even lying to you. And they're just crazy. I get a lot. So when that happens, obviously I go through them. I guess I'm not really looking for anything in particular on the resume. I don't really care what you did in the past. I don't really care what you're doing now. If you're sales, if you're a mechanic, attorney, I don't care. All I care about is, are you willing to work every day, all day, from the time you're in the office until the time you leave? If you're willing to do that, then I'm willing to, potentially hire you. That was a few more things into that, but that's what I look for. So what I do is I find somebody in a resume. Now, when I look at a resume, like I said, I don't look at the jobs, but I just kind of look on how a resume is built. If it's simple, or if it's long, or if they have a high school degree, or if they have a bachelor's, stuff like that. I guess it just really whatever catches my eye. I'm like, oh, okay, that looks, they seem interesting. I'm gonna call them. And a lot of people that I really do like make a cover letter. Some reason they took that extra time to either pay for that cover letter, or whatever that Indeed makes them do, take the time to type that cover letter up. So that's something I really look for on there. So when I get that person, let's say I find a person, I call them up. I take about a 5-minute phone call, nothing less, and say, hey, this is Isaac with Allstate. I'm the agency owner. I seen you applied for a position on my team. I just want to talk to you a little bit about that and make sure you understand what this job entails. And I make sure on that phone call, in those 5 minutes, that they understand what they're getting themselves into. So I asked them, I said, did you read through the details of the job one? I said, yeah, we read through it, everything looks good. Okay, fantastic. So this is 100% sales. There's no customer service, nothing, zero customer service. All it is sales. Every day, all day, 40 hours a week, maybe 45 hours a week, maybe 50 hours a week, if that's the time you want to put in. If they say yes, I say, okay, then fantastic. Let's do an interview in the office. And so I get them in the office. When I get them in the office, I ask 2 questions. Seriously, I ask 2 questions. First question is, how old were you when you got your first job? And how much money do you want to make a year? So what I look for in the first one is, when was your first job? For me, I started working 16 years old delivering pizzas, right? What else do you do as a 16-year-old in high school? Deliver pizzas. So that's what I did. So why I asked that, because I want to say, oh, okay, they've been working since they're 15, 16, 17. Okay, they're willing to work, right? But if you just got out of college, you haven't had a job, and you're 23, I'm not okay with that. I'm not saying it's going to be a downfall. I just feel that you haven't experienced the workload that other people have when it comes to working at a young age and working throughout your teens and into your 20s. So that's another thing. And then they asked me, and then the question about how much money do you want to make, right? I want somebody there's no limits for somebody, right? So I want to make as much money as possible. What does that mean? Because literally at Allstate, you can make as much money as possible. right? Now they don't know that yet. So I say, well, give me a number, $40,000. Okay, $40,000 is, I mean, that's okay. I'm okay with that. But at the same time, I want somebody to tell me $60, $70, $80,000. I want to be able to, you know, open my own business in 3 years, you know, something like that. That's what I really look for in somebody that has that passion, that really wants to kill it. So those are the 2 questions I ask. Then all I do is go over, you know, what we do in the office every day, show them, you know, blitz, show them, my whole team have agency Zoom, my whole team's pay for the last 12 months, what they did on 1 month compared to another month, and how they see sales go up, down, stay the same. It's all over the place. I want them to see that. I also want them to see the calls that my team's making, see the quotes that my team's doing every single day, and know that you actually have to come in here and put work in to make this happen. You can't walk in the door, and I tell them this, you can't walk in the door and expect to make $30, $40, $50, $60,000. It's not gonna happen at this job. Somewhere else it might, but at this job, you gotta come in here ready to work hard every single day, and you gotta be willing to learn. On top of that, I said, listen, the hardest thing about this job is gonna be the stress, because it is. The stress level is through the roof. Why? Because you're training, right? You're trying to learn, you're trying to remember all this stuff, and then you gotta do it on the phone. Then you forget, then you mess up, then you question yourself. Man, if I would have said that, would I have sold the deal? All those things matter, yes. But at the end of the day, if you can control that stress level and take that to take it down a notch, then you're gonna be fine. And that's what I tell them. The stress will haunt you every single day, and it will. It does with me every single day as an LSP and as an owner. So, you know, I try to make them understand what they're getting themselves into, because at the end of the day, I don't want them to waste their time, and I don't want to waste my time. And I tell them that there's going to be a process. You have to take a test, you got to study. This is a month process, and then it's another month just learning about Allstate, learning about what I do in my office, how my training goes, all that. So that's a little bit about what I do when I interview somebody in the office. You know, at the end of the day, I just need Tim to know that everything that's about to happen is going to be hard. And I don't sugarcoat it one bit. It's going to be hard. And if they're okay with that, I'm okay with that. Because I feel that I have been trained, myself as an LSP, I worked, as some of you may know, worked for Tolga Demerol. And Tolga's a great salesperson, amazing. And that's where I learned everything from. So all I did was take that, and I use that today. And personally, my favorite part is training somebody. A lot of agents don't like that. I love to train because I want my people to be good, right? Obviously, everybody wants their people to be good, but if you don't take that time, and role play every day for an hour, 2 hours, then you get them on the phone and you hear them on the phone, to stop them and say, listen, here's what I would have said differently, or here's what you could have said to help yourself out, or maybe you shouldn't have said this at all. If you're not doing that, you're not helping yourself, you're not helping yourself, you're not helping your team, and you're not helping that person. Because all they're going to do is think, what can I do better? But they don't know. Yes, they can listen to the next LSP, and that's okay, and that helps people learn, and that's fantastic. But everybody has their own way of learning and using that and building it into their own sales script. My team is awesome. I have a great team. They're very good at what they do, but from everything I trained them, all they kind of did was take that and do it up into their own little thing now. And that's okay. And that's what I want them to be comfortable. But in the beginning, you got to take that person under your wing. You got to be willing to put that work in to make them a good LSP. If you're not, don't waste your time, don't waste your money, and don't waste their time. Because if you're not willing to put that work in with them, it's not going to work. It's going to be the next LSP out the door, and you're going to be looking again. And then you got a good one. You think you got a good one. If you don't do the work, you get somebody else in there and you don't do the work with them, it's still not going to work. Out of the blue, you might find one person that walks in your door and is a rock star. For me, that happened, right? She was already doing some sales and stuff like that, but at the same time, I had to train her a little bit. That is once in a blue moon. So if you're not willing to put in the work with the rest of your team, the people you're hiring, then don't waste your time, don't waste your money. Other than that, to keep my team, I think this is another question Trish asked, to keep my team happy, I just, I try to make the atmosphere as fun as possible. And it's not always fun. Some days we have bad weeks, we have bad days. And I'm on people's butts, let's just put it that way, okay? I know that each day, each one of them can sell a deal. I know it, because I have that much confidence in each one of them. So I know if we're having a bad day or a bad month, sometimes we have to take a step back and look, what are we doing? Are we making the calls? Are we sending those emails? Are we doing the quotes with both home or mom and dad on the phone? Or what are we doing here? We got to take a step back and see if we're doing what we normally do from the beginning. So that's what I do with my people. Obviously, you guys, if you're gonna have questions, it's only about a 10-minute video. I don't want to waste everybody's time. You're gonna have questions, feel free to call me. I will be in Cabo until the 25th, so call me after that, and I'll get back with you. And I'm happy to help anybody, give advice as much as I can, and I'm willing to do that for anybody here. So listen, everybody have a fantastic day. Enjoy your time in Columbus, and enjoy the snow if it's still snowing. See ya.